She said I don't want to be a wife right now. I need to find myself. I said then I hope you find what you're looking for. What she found when she came back was someone who no longer waited. Original post: I was folding laundry when Maya dropped it on me. 7 years married together for 10. Maya, we need to talk. Hey, what's up? Still folding her yoga pants. I've been feeling trapped. Like I lost myself somewhere along the way. Looking up. Okay, wanna talk about it. I don't want to be a wife right now. I need to find myself. What does that mean exactly? I want to move back to my old apartment. Take some time. Figure out who I am without being Marcus' wife. So separation. Not legally. Just space. I need to explore travel. Maybe take that art residency program. Find my passion again. The one in Portland. Yeah. And maybe backpack through Europe after. I've never been single as an adult, Marcus. I went from my parents to college to you. Setting down the laundry. How long? I don't know. 6 months. A year. Until I find myself. And what about us? We're married. That won't change. I just need to not be a wife for a while. You understand, right? I stared at her for a long moment. She'd already made up her mind. The suitcase by the door confirmed it. Then I hope you find what you're looking for. Relieved smile. I knew you'd understand. This doesn't change how I feel about you. Apparently it does. She moved out that weekend. Left her rings on the dresser. Changed her social media back to her maiden name. The works. First thing Monday I called a lawyer. So she wants to stay married but live separately while she finds herself. That's the gist. And you want? To protect myself. What are my options? We discussed legal separation versus divorce. Asset protection. The apartment situation. Bought before marriage. Only my name. Bank accounts. Mostly separate already. Thank God. Lawyer. If she's abandoning the marital home, document everything. So I did. Photos of her stuff gone. The rings left behind. Screenshots of her social media changes. Her text saying she needed to not be a wife. Week 2. She posted from Portland. Big smile. Art supplies. Finding myself. New chapter. Artistic journey. Her mom called. Mom, Marcus, what's this about Maya in Portland? She's finding herself. What does that mean? Are you two having problems? Ask Maya. She's the one who didn't want to be a wife anymore. But you're still married. Legally. For now. Started therapy. Not because I was falling apart but because I needed clarity. Therapist was blunt. She wants the security of marriage without any of the responsibilities. Basically. And you're okay with that? No. That's why I'm here. 3 months in, Maya was living her best life. Europe pics flooding Instagram. Wanderlust. Solo travel. Free bird. Hostel friends. Mountain hikes. Wine tours. Meanwhile, I was handling everything. Mortgage. Bills. Her car insurance still on my policy. Even fielding calls from her dentist about missed appointments. Coworker. Dude, you look better. Been working out? Me, yeah. Got time now. Started hitting the gym at 5 a.m. Cooking actual meals. Instead of her preferred takeout. Signed up for that woodworking class I'd always wanted to try. Funny how much time you have when you're not waiting for someone to find themselves. Then Nora joined our team. Smart. Funny. Actually showed up. Nora. Hey, great presentation. Wanna grab coffee and discuss implementation? Sure. Coffee turned into lunch meetings. Professional. Always professional. But she made me laugh. Reminded me what it felt like to have someone actually present. Maya's friend Jess called around month 4. Jess, so how are things? Me, fine. Why? Maya's worried you're not responding to her texts. She texts me travel updates. What response does having sangria in Barcelona need? She says you seem distant. I'm giving her the space she wanted. That's not, she still wants to know you're there. I am. Just not waiting. Update 1. 6 months later. Maya came back after 8 months. No warning. Just showed up Sunday morning with a tan and a nose ring. Hi. Opening the door wider. Hey. She walked in like she still lived there. Dropped her backpack by the coat closet. Froze seeing the changes. You redecorated. Renovated. Turned your craft room into a workshop. My craft room. The spare room. You took all your craft stuff. She wandered through like a tourist. New couch. New art. My photography from the class I took. The workshop with half-finished furniture projects. Maya, it looks different. Coffee. We sat at the kitchen table. Felt like a business meeting. So I found myself. Good for you. I realized I was burnt out. Needed to reconnect with my art. But I also realized something else. Waiting. I missed us. I'm ready to be a wife again. Okay. Okay. That's it. What do you want me to say? That you missed me? That you're happy I'm back? I did miss you. For about 3 months. Then I moved on with my life. Her face fell. What's that supposed to mean? You didn't want to be a wife, so I stopped being a husband waiting for his wife to come back. But I'm back now. I found myself. I'm happy for you genuinely. But I found myself too. What do you mean? Mean I'm not the same person who folded your laundry while you announced you were leaving. I'm not interested in being anyone's safety net. Starting to tear up. Safety net. I'm your wife. You specifically didn't want to be. She tried moving back in. I'd already changed the locks. Lawyer's advice after month 3. Are you serious? This is my home. No, this is my apartment, premarital asset. You abandoned it 8 months ago. I didn't abandon anything. I was finding myself. Me in Portland, then Prague, then Peru while I was here paying the mortgage. The entitlement ramped up when she realized I was serious. She'd been staying with Jess, but that wasn't sustainable. You can't just lock me out. I have rights. You do. Through your lawyer. Lawyer. For what? The divorce you're about to be served with. Shocked Pikachu face. Divorce? I don't want a divorce. Neither did I. But I also didn't want a wife who needed to not be a wife for 8 months. The love bombing started immediately. Texts about our history. Photos from our wedding. Remember when messages at 2 a.m. We were so good together. Were. Past tense. She enlisted her family. Her mom called crying. Marcus, please. She made a mistake. She made a choice. For 8 months. She was confused. You young people, and you're finding yourselves. I wasn't confused. I was here working, paying bills, being an adult. Her dad tried the man-to-man approach. Son, marriage is about forgiveness. It's also about being present. She wasn't. She's ready now. I'm not. Then came the dirty tricks. Maya started showing up at my gym, my coffee shop, accidentally running into me. Maya, oh Marcus, what a coincidence. Me, Maya, you live across town. This isn't a coincidence. Can't we just talk as friends? Me, we're not friends. We're getting divorced. She tried the workshop angle. Posted on social media about how someone had destroyed her creative space. Conveniently left out she'd abandoned it. Her followers ate it up. Men are so cruel. He stole your art room, I posted once. Hard to steal a room in my own apartment that was abandoned 8 months ago. Her narrative crumbled when people did the math. Update 2. The escalation, things got uglier when Maya realized I wasn't budging. She hired a lawyer who was apparently fed a very different story. Her lawyer, my client, says you locked her out after a brief vacation. My lawyer, 8 months is a vacation. Here's her social media documenting her finding herself journey. Here's her text saying she doesn't want to be a wife right now. Her lawyer, she was exploring personal growth. My lawyer, while abandoning the marriage, we have documentation. Maya tried financial warfare next. Attempted to access our joint savings. Minimal, we kept separate finances mostly. Bank flagged it since she hadn't touched it in 8 months. Then she went nuclear. Showed up at my job. Maya to receptionist. I'm Marcus Chen's wife. Family emergency. Security called me. I came down to find her in the lobby with a suitcase. What are you doing? Loud enough for everyone. I have nowhere to go. My husband locked me out. We're getting divorced. You left 8 months ago. Starting to cry. I just needed some time. You got it. 8 months worth. Security, please escort her out. You're heartless. I gave you 7 years. And then left to find yourself. Hope it was worth it. My boss pulled me aside after. Everything okay? Divorce. She's not handling it well. Need some time. No. Work's the stable part of my life right now. The smear campaign started online. Maya painted herself as a woman who took a brief sabbatical for mental health and came back to find her life destroyed. Her post. Came back from healing to find he'd changed the locks. Threw away my things. Turned my art space into his man cave. This is what happens when you prioritize self-care, ladies. Problem was I'd kept everything. Boxes in storage labeled and photographed. Receipt from the storage unit. Dated 8 months ago. My response. Stored items left behind 8 months ago. Storage unit 447. Here's your key. Your brief sabbatical timeline seems off. Friends started choosing sides. Most who knew the real story sided with me. But Maya was good at spinning victim narratives to newer acquaintances. Then came the guilt trips through her friend network. Jess, she's staying on my couch. How long is this going to go on? Until the divorce is final. She cries every night. She was laughing in Barcelona. People adapt. The final straw was when she tried to claim spousal support, arguing she'd given up career opportunities to support the marriage. My lawyer laughed. Actually laughed. Lawyer. She voluntarily left to find herself for 8 months. Posted extensively about her art residency and travels. Hard to claim financial hardship when you're documenting European wine tours. Judge wasn't buying it either. Miss Chin, you voluntarily left the marital home for 8 months. I was finding myself. Were you employed during this time? I was focusing on personal growth. So no. And now you want support? I sacrificed for the marriage. By leaving it. Final update. 1 year later. Divorce was finalized 3 months ago. Maya fought it until the end. But reality has a way of winning. Final settlement was straightforward. She got her stuff from storage. Small settlement from the joint savings. No spousal support. Clean break. She tried one last manipulation at signing. Maya, we could stop this. Go to counseling. Work it out. You wanted to find yourself. I found someone who shows up. Yeah, about that. Remember Nora from work? We started dating after my divorce was filed. Took it slow. Very slow. She knew the situation. Nora, I'm not a rebound, right? Me, no. You're someone who's actually here. Good. Because I don't do temporary. The contrast is stark. Nora wants to be present. Makes plans and keeps them. Includes me in decisions. Radical concept. Maya still texts occasionally. Usually late night. I miss us messages. I don't respond. Last I heard through the grapevine, she's back living with her parents. Still posting about her journey and how she was punished for choosing self-care. The narrative never changes. Her mom called last week. Mom, she's not doing well. Me, I'm sorry to hear that. Maybe if you talk to her. She wanted to find herself. She needs to figure out what to do with what she found. You've changed. Yeah. Happens when your wife decides she doesn't want to be one. The workshop's coming along nice. Built a dining table last month. Nora helped sand it. She actually shows up for the boring parts too. Maya was right about one thing. She did need to find herself. Turns out she found someone who abandons things when they get hard and expects them to be waiting when she's ready. I found myself too. Found I'm someone who doesn't wait around for people who leave. Who values presence over promises. Who can build something new from the pieces left behind. She said she didn't want to be a wife right now. I said I hoped she'd find what she was looking for. She found what she was looking for. I found something better. Someone who wants to be here. Funny how that works out.